Hey everyone, I'm in Ivan here and I'm in China. This is our third day in our China tour. This place is called Hangzhou. Okay, we're at the lake. It's called Wuxi Lake. Okay, so as you can see now, it's snowing quite heavily and it's 2 degrees Celsius. So just for your information, I pre-recorded an audio. I want to play to you all while I'm on vacation. Okay, so in this video it's about this guy, which one of my best students, who has generated 25,000 US dollar net profit in just 3 months after attending my training. Okay, so without further ado, I'll go and enjoy myself, and while you enjoy the recording that I have for you. Okay, goodbye. Okay, hello everybody. So we are doing this podcast today, and this podcast we're going to invite one of my fastest growing student. Okay, this is the fastest result that I've ever seen so far in my 1 year of training students. And this guy that I'm going to invite you, he just started with training with me in August. Okay, just August in 2013, and within 2 months or 3 months, he has managed to hit $25,000 in net profit. Okay, so today I just put a call with him, and we're just going to grind him and see what he can come up with for you, and we'll probably give you some tips on how you can grow your affiliate business. Okay, so welcome Steven. Steven, you here?
Hi everyone.
Hey, hi. So Steven, so I just want to ask you a few questions.
Okay.
Okay, and then you just answer truthfully, and if any advice you have for my readers and my blog, or anybody listening to this audio, you can just say it out. Okay.
Okay, sure, no problem.
Okay, so basically, Steven, I just want to ask you the first question. So what were you doing before you joined my coaching program?
Okay, actually I was looking for a job online, and before your coaching, I came across those advertisements about working at home, that kind of internet marketing advertisement. So since I'm looking for a job, I decided to explore more into internet marketing. So I actually go into the net and do some searching, and I came across the Warrior Forum, and that's where I started from everything. I started to buy WSO and get very interested in PTV. That's also I started to learn about CPA network and impact and how to build campaign all by myself at that point of time.
When was this?
This was about late June, around July, late June, July.
Late June of this year?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so before that you have no experience at all?
Nothing. I don't know anything about.
Okay. Then how do you find out about my training program?
Okay, that's as I start to experiment myself, right? I spend a lot of time trying to explore about all these things, including campaign. I spend really a lot of time. Some days I spend about 16 to 18 hours a day because I got an interest in PTV. I just keep on doing, but I still cannot make any money. In fact, I'm losing a lot of money actually.
So how much were you losing at the time?
Sorry?
How much were you losing at the time?
That time when I think I was losing about, if I consider buying all those WSO, all these things, I think about $2,000-3,000 US dollar.
Okay.
After advertising fee, correct?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I do make some money but it's just that you can't. There's no profit. You get what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I understand. So how, you never mentioned how you find out about my training program.
Okay, same thing. That's why as I feel very demoralized, then I try to go back to Warrior Forum again to do some searching again. I happened to come across your ad, which I also don't know how. Also, I really can't remember. I can't remember how your ad looked like. Also, I also can't remember.
Okay.
That's why I immediately contact you through Facebook.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what was
because I feel that maybe Singapore, then it's easier to contact. It's more tangible. I can see you face to face and all this type of thing, so I feel more secure.
Okay. So after you joined, what was the difference? What was the difference between before and after?
Okay. I will say that your training actually link up those missing link that I actually missed out. Like for example, before that I know how to build campaign, I know how to, but I don't know how to select offer. I know about beyond hosting and those kind of what is it?
CPV lab.
CPV lab, all these things, but I never use. But once I go through your course, it's so-called it's a necessity to do it. So I just follow along the way lah. And once I started to use beyond hosting and use CPV lab and follow your criteria on choosing offer, things start to change really immediately. In fact, the second lesson when you teach me about CPV lab, how to build a campaign, I really start to see profit the very single day.
Wow. On the second lesson, is it?
Yeah, second lesson. The first lesson is more or less, I don't think I benefit much because the impact account already have all these things. I already have it.
Okay, so from the second lesson, you start to really learn stuff.
In fact, I have a post, right? I think I made my first $100 revenue somewhere 3 days after the second lesson.
Okay, very cool. And then after 3 months, now you're doing what, like 25,000 net profit last month?
Yes, correct.
Okay. So what was it that how could you do it so fast? What do you do like now and before that you saw such a huge difference?
Okay, actually it's just like a routine thing, like you keep on follow your step of criteria to look for offer, and you repeat and keep doing and you test it out. And plus those days that I make losses, I get some experience a little bit like in fact just 1 month, then I start to see a lot of changes. When you make profit, you are more confident, and then you will test more offer. Once you test more, the chances of hitting a profitable one will be higher. That's how I see her.
Okay. So for this 25,000 the net profit a month, how many campaigns are you doing now?
At that point of time, it's from the beginning. Let's say before I joined your course, I already tested out about 70 campaigns.
70. Okay.
Yeah, that's after I joined your course, I test even more. Now if you look, I do a rough count on because once I set up a campaign, I never delete off inside my lead impact.
Okay.
So all inactive one is more than 200 plus already. So that means I literally create 200 to 300 kind of campaign.
Okay. So maybe for now, can you describe to me like what do you do? Because I know you're doing this full time right now. So what do you do in a normal day in a typical day lah?
Okay. I will. The clock is upside down because I also like to sleep late. So once I started CPA marketing, I really sleep very late. In fact, sleep very early, early in the morning.
Wow, okay.
So my typical day will start off about wake up about 1 to 2 p.m. Sorry. Then this is the time whereby the market is really quiet for Europe and US.
Okay.
So I will do my personal stuff. Then after that, I will do my routine thing, like see my results of the previous day, then analyze it, then read news. And as the day approaching, when the Europe market started to pick up, I will do my monitoring on my beats.
I see.
And it will go throughout all the way until the next day morning.
Okay, wow. So you're very hardworking.
Unless, you see, because it's full time, you see. Yeah. Unless I go out and, with my friends. Other than that, I'll be stuck at home. So when I stuck at home, there's basically nothing to do. I will just keep doing.
So would you agree that this business, you can be, the more you work, the harder you work, the more results you see?
Obviously.
So it's basically unlimited income. It just depends how hard you want to work, is it?
Yeah, correct. Because it's really unlimited.
Okay. I'm really excited for you because
it's only whether you that hardworking or not, because sometimes you slack also lah. Not if I compare the first time I just started and do the experimenting myself, I don't think I can do that kind of 18-20 hours per day anymore.
Okay. But now you do something more productive lah.
Yeah, of course lah, because of the lesson that you taught us lah. So when you're more knowledgeable, you are more or less you can able to do better lah. And also I also like to read forums and I also join forums. So gaining your knowledge also very important.
Okay, so Stephen, maybe my last question to you: any advice that you want to give to all these people who are starting or who want to learn more about CPA?
Actually, I also just starting also, so it's not really advice. I just want to maybe share my experience, my short 6-month experience or 5-month experience. So I feel that don't be afraid to test campaign. That's the one thing, and keep on testing. But one thing I realized that because along the way there are people who ask me, I feel that there are two things that people tend to do. That is my opinion, not my own opinion.
Okay.
They tend to test the offer for too long, meaning to say that they spend a lot of time testing, keep trying. For me, I don't test offer too long. To me, if a payout is between an average payout between $5 to say $30, if it will convert, I believe within $5 or $10, it will convert. That is my theory, my own theory. So I don't do so much time, spend too much time on testing, because that saying goes, there's what hold on to a tree when there's a forest out there, right? There's so many offers.
So you spend more time optimizing and scaling.
Okay. Test is something. Optimizing, I also will do. Once I test the offer, it can convert, I will do the optimize. But I also don't spend so much time on analyzing data, because end of the day, I'm not an analyst. I don't analyze so much.
Yeah.
So, because the thing is that I have encountered one problem before, or two cases whereby I have a campaign and I analyze and optimize very well. End of the day, just one email in the middle of the night, the campaign pulled out. Everything is gone.
Yeah.
So I feel very down at that point of time, because I spend so much time. So my theory now is I'd rather to have 100 campaigns that make $1 per day than to have one campaign that make $100 per day.
That's exactly what I told you all. You need to build a portfolio of profitable campaigns.
Yes, even $1 also okay, but some people will say, can you manage 100 campaigns? But I feel that those campaigns that is earning little money usually don't need so much campaign.
Yeah, correct. Just let it run. Just let it run, right?
Yeah, it will run by itself. You don't even bother about the bid, because sometimes it's a big bid on the base bid. Because we are making not so much money, but you talk about quantity, accumulate together, you get quite a big sum of money.
Yeah, that's right. Correct. Okay, so I think that's all that I need to ask you. So do you have anything else that you want to add in?
Okay, perhaps I would say ask everybody to stay focused. Don't give up. That's very important. Don't give up. God bless everyone. In this coming 2014.
Okay, thank you, Stephen. I'm excited to see how you will perform in another 3 more months or 6 more months. I think you will hit your 50,000, or maybe you will hit your 6-figure net profit.
It's okay lah. Actually, I only aim for 5-figure per month. 10K per month. I'm very happy.
You cross it already. You double that already.
Yeah, it's a bonus lah. As I say, campaign will come up and down, so it's okay. Because frankly speaking, you work at home, you can earn so much. It's already a blessing already.
Okay, so thank you, Stephen, for your time. So for all you listeners, if you are interested to find out about how Stephen is actually doing such an income, such incredible income, incredible profit, such a short time, then I suggest you actually contact me through my blog, or you can actually just opt in to the opt-in box below. Okay, so okay, thank you, Stephen. I'll talk to you again.